I won't be offended if you don't want to talk. Just know the options there. Talk to you soon, sugar. Bomb. How was my dumb voice, guys? Am I dumbing? This series was made possible by the help of our patrons. More at the end of this video. Hey guys, California Macky here. Hope you're doing well. And welcome to 404. Error. Connection not found. This is an entry for an official Yaoi Jam demo. The game was made by The game was made by Code Phantasm. Since this is a demo, let's oh thank god, the volume's set at a fair rate. This demo is for the game 404 Error, Connection Not Found, released for the 2017 Yaoi Jam. Okay, it's been a while. This demo was released for free and content made different the final product. Enjoy! I wonder what happened. Lately I haven't been seeing Yaoi Jam, but maybe that's just me missing out on the search engine at Vtuber. The light from the outside filtered in through the dusty window that was on my bedroom wall. It was a weird thing to focus on, but if I didn't focus on that, I was going to look back at the webcam and I couldn't do that. Refused to, actually. At least not during this part of the session. Wow, that's loud. Hold on. There we go, a little softer for my ears. At least not during this part of the session. Looking into the camera is too much like making eye contact with my client. That made it feel too real for me, too much like I was a person, and I never been able to do this, but oh no! Is this a spicy? Is this spicy? No. If I felt that way, like if it was in person, I'd lose the pleasure. Yup, it's that. Oh, they'd see me for me. People seeing past my facade. People seeing who I actually am. I hate it. It scares me. Hold on, I'm just gonna move this here so I'm a little safer. Sorry, it's just that lately there hasn't been a lot of opportunity for me to do this. It makes me want to hide forever. I don't want to vocalize too much because people are still walking around. I should be used to it at this point, but even after 2.5 years of doing this, I still can't look at the camera while taking my clothes off and on the internet for money. Sometimes I have to do this myself. Working as a cam boy when letting people see me, letting people know me is so frightening. Hold on, is it safe to use that word? I think it is. Oh god. Maybe I just like the power behind it, being able to know the exact impact I have on people, to hear them when they become undone. Or maybe I just like pleasing others because it keeps me from focusing on how much of a train wreck I am. Shut up. Stop calling me out like this. Maybe it's a bit of both. That's it, baby. Just like that. Keep going. I'm almost there. Almost there. Welcome to Disneyland! I'm close too, but I haven't reached Disneyland yet. That's part of how my persona works. I don't talk too much. I just wait until we're at Disneyland. It makes me seem more submissive to the Karen daddy. Oh wow. This is not going into the right metaphorical phrasing. Though that really depends on the client in question. I was shaking from a combination of wagging the mole hog and playing with my clientele. The heat is already building from a near unbearable level. Do you have love sense? I need to... The stumbling, stuttering words darken the flush that's already present on my cheeks. I hate how needy I sound, but he eats it up every single time. He stoned those tights. You look like a model. They love the illusion. Go ahead, dragonfly. Oh no. Oh. Letting go has never come easy to me. It's always felt more foreboding than freeing. Letting go, letting people see me, it's always scared me. Losing it in front of someone, for them, it lets them see me. As much as I crave, I don't want them to see me. tune his words to my thoughts, everything out, and instead focus on a pleasure that's more like an undertow, constantly threatening to drag me under and pull me out of the sea. My voice crests louder. Moans and pants, sighs, all of them rising and falling like waves. My hips stutter. And I get to Disneyland. Pleasure. Love sense for Disneyland. That's what I'm calling this episode. It takes a minute before I can move, and immediately I'm cleaning myself up enough that I can finish the session. The faster I clean up, the faster I can hide away from the world. I let my mask fall back in place, a lazy, sated smile that doesn't take too much effort to reach. Now that I can hide the real me again, I can look at the camera. Take a seat in front of my computer, clad in only a dark purple silk robe. I rest my fingers against the keyboard and start tapping out what I want to say. That was fun. Thanks for the toy. I'm glad you had fun. I really did. I hope you have a nice rest of your day. I've been throwing a sweet smile at the end of that sentence. You too, Dragonfly. See you next week. And with that, I cut the stream and slump back against my chair. I should finish cleaning up and maybe eat something, but sometimes lazing is needed. I watch my dashboard for a few moments. I want to make sure the payment goes through. Rent is due in a couple of days, but I've been extra paranoid about money. I sigh in relief when I see the payment flip up and then brush my damp hair away from my face. The website I use is secure and safe, yet I always get worried that payments aren't going to go through, even though that's impossible. Once a session starts, the client has to pay for the time. That's one of the reasons I picked this site in particular, because it emphasizes safety for the performers. I click on the message, just out of curiosity. Wait a second, that can't be right. That amount can't be right. Because if that's correct... Are you kidding me? He didn't tip. Didn't his parents ever teach him that if you're paying for a service, you tip the person providing service? Here's the thing. It's not that tipping's not that popular in other countries. Hee hee hee. Hoo hoo hoo, ha ha ha. Shamalama ding dong. Even after a shower and eating some candy, I'm still irritated by the guy from the session. If it's a big tip, yeah, you're gonna need it, I guess. But yeah, sometimes you have to account for that. Maybe you just need to eat more and that'll level my mood out. Probably not, though. Rent looming over the horizon never helps my anxiety surrounding money. But if my regulars aren't tipping me, how am I supposed to make a living out of this? Camming is my only job. Making it work as a viable one has been hard work, but after 2+ years, I think I managed to make it work a little. I do shows a couple of times a week, have private sessions with regulars most days, and then make videos that I can sell as well. Between those three things, I can make enough to pay for my expenses. Sometimes my grocery haul is a bit lighter than it should be. Maybe I'd make more working out in the real world, but the last job interview I had was so catastrophic that I've been afraid to even try again. I frown when I hear my computer playing a jingly upbeat song. I didn't leave the music running yet, did I? Wait a second. That's not my music. Shit. I run back to my computer and see my messenger program popping up and stating that I have an incoming video call. It's bright and happy. It makes it seem almost harmless when that's... reality is that I'm caught off guard and want to hide under a rock. A video call? Of course it has been a video call when I'm only wearing a towel. I scramble and throw on the clothes nearest to me and answer the call a second later. I frantically tried to straighten out my clothes and look at least halfway presentable instead of someone who just had a roll in the hay. Which I guess I kind of did just have a roll in the hay, kind of, in a way. Hey, Ren. There was a pause after the voice spoke. I took that as a cue to finish up fixing my clothes. Did I interrupt something? I finally looked up and saw the grinning but semi-concerned face of my younger brother. He looked very similar to when I had last seen him in person. We've always had a similar face shape and features that are just a little too pretty, almost bordering on girly. Yeah, Haru looked the same as usual. Same eyes, same grinning face. Wait, no, not the same. Your hair's pink. Isn't it great? So I'm not unwrapping anything then? He waggled his eyebrows, which was even more distracting than usual because of the weird dichotomy between his black and his neon pink. Push my focus away from his eyebrows and roll my eyes. Please, if I was working, I wouldn't be logged into Messenger. That's just unprofessional. Yeah, right? Hold on, this guy's kinda... Hold on. I have a browser thing, and someone's kinda hot. I'm not gonna explain further than that. No, you aren't interrupting anything. Why is your hair pink? Why is your lip pierced? I love my younger brother, but sometimes I want to throttle him. This may not be one of those times. Because I wanted to get it pierced. Hold on. A little toned down. Exactly, my hair's pink because I wanted it to be pink. Couldn't he have just said that? Yeah, well, it looks... I stare at the shockingly pink hair for a few minutes. Bright enough that it's blowing out on my computer screen. I wonder what the actual shade is. For all I know, it's something subdued and understated. My computer's just a piece of shit. And what the hell am I thinking? This, however, the color's going to be the equivalent of screaming. It's very you. There's really no other way to describe it. It just suits him to a T. He's always been more energetic and outgoing than I have, and pink feels more like a color you could associate with those traits. Maybe it's because it's a color that exudes friendliness and warmth. I don't know, something like that. It really is nice to see him again, especially with him smiling so much. Thanks, big bro. He tilts his head and smiles. The smile shifts to something more akin to concern. My guts twist a little at the change of expression and resist the urge to look away. Are you doing okay? You look really tired. I chew on my lower lip. That's one of the questions I hate answering. If I answer honestly, I worry. I worry him, but if I say that I'm okay, I'm lying. Neither of those make me feel great. I could tell him that I'm tired, but that's not the truth either. Not exactly. I shrug instead. You know how it is, just been busy. He deserves better from me. After all, it's been over 2 years since I saw him in person. Our parents had been putting a lot of pressure on me to go to college, clean up my image, find a nice girl to get engaged to. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, so I didn't want to waste money and go to college. I didn't want to clean up my image because there was nothing wrong with it in the first place. And for the nice girl, well, you know. They knew because... Oh, wow. Oh god, I feel that. Eventually I couldn't take it anymore, so I just left. Howard was 15 at the time. I know that there was no way for me to bring him with and no real reason. But I still feel like I abandoned him. Our parents aren't bad people, they mean well, they want us to have good lives, but I didn't want to be the person they wanted me to be. It felt better to leave than to have them be disappointed in me. I haven't been home since, not even for holidays, birthdays, anything, not even Haru's high school graduation. Haru doesn't hold me leaving him there against me, but I haven't forgiven myself yet. Not sure I ever will. The sound of my brother humming non-committally pulled me back to reality. He knew I wasn't being completely honest, but it didn't seem like he was going to push for the real answer, at least not now. Thanks for the call on my birthday and the present you sent. Really brightened my day, Ren. He turned 18 a few weeks ago. I'm not big on phones, but I made sure to call him and send him something special. I know I should have gone and visited him, but I had to send something for my baby brother. Ren. Aww, they have a good family setup. How are you, Squeak? I didn't know 18-year-olds squeak like that. You always mean my baby brother. Ren, come on. Oh no. I looked away from the screen quickly and focused on the dust motes that were drifting through the air. Haru pulled out the puppy dog pout. I've always been weak to it, and he's well aware of it. He wields it like a weapon. I feel like a jerk when I deny him. Alright, you're all grown up, probably taller than me and way smarter. Better? You forgot better looking. Wow, he bounced back quickly. Why'd you call me? Can't I just call in to check on you? He's still worried about me. I ran a hand through my damn parents' eye. I can't blame him for being worried about me. It's been ages since we saw each other, and he's always been good at reading me. Haru's been asking if I'm doing okay since day one. He knows the whole time that I'm not doing as well as I imply I'm doing. Of course he can check in on me. You know I like hearing from you. He nods and glances away from the camera for a few moments. I recognize the habits from when he was younger. He's debating if he should ask something or not, but he doesn't want me to see his expression while he thinks. Doesn't want me to see him look conflicted. So, now that I'm 18, It's so weird to see Haru looking so unsure. He's by far the more confident one. I'm the ball of anxiety and social awkwardness. You know I'm not going to bite. You can talk to me. I can come visit. I know he said words, but I can't really process them given how fast he said them. And now that he's spoken, he's fidgeting and having trouble looking at the camera. Oh, good job. That was really intelligent sounding there. Just another tick of evidence in favor of me never interacting with people outside of my brother. I can barely handle talking to Haru, and I've known him forever. Somehow, I think talking with other people go worse. He laughs, nervous. Come visit you? My vision tunneled in on the keyboard sitting on my desk. Haru wanted to come and visit. He wanted to come and visit even though I abandoned him. I should be excited. I shouldn't feel like I'm about to tear apart at the seams. The opportunity to see him again would make me happy. Not this. I don't deserve his kindness, his forgiveness. I can't even imagine why he'd want to visit me. He doesn't even know what I do for a living. He doesn't know I'm a camboy and my apartment's full of things for my job. My bedroom's basically a set and my closet's full of impractical clothing and stupid shoes. And if he comes and visits, he'll know what his older brother is selling his body online to pay his rent. He'd start asking why I don't have a better job, why I didn't find something that better suited me, why I'm putting myself through all of this, why I don't think I deserve better. Ren, breathe 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, like we practice. No, I don't want to be acting like this in front of my brother. I don't need. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can sense the urgency there. Spring that on you, Ren. It's okay if I can't visit. And that's not it. I want you to visit. I just don't think I deserve it. And I don't want to disappoint you. I sucked in another breath and pressed a hand to my forehead. I was hiding again, but I didn't want him to see me look so broken. I didn't deserve to see me. Oh, Ren. It wasn't pity there, just that good-natured empathy that had followed him through adolescence. I don't think I ever would have been able to handle hearing pity coming from Haru. You don't have to keep punishing yourself, you know that, right? I've never held it against him. Their life is mine. Mom and Dad won't have a say in that. They never have. Suddenly, should I show this to a friend of mine? This is all stuff I already knew. I know that they have no say in what Haru does with his life. They've never been able to control him. It's like trying to control a tornado. One does not simply do it. That and they don't need to push him on some things. He's going to college without prompting and majoring in something respectable. Though I can't quite remember what right now. I'm pretty sure he likes girls. Or maybe they aren't pushing him because pushing me made me run away. You're Ren Matsura. You're my favorite, best older brother, and you deserve happiness, so please stop punishing yourself, okay, for me? I still want to hide from the camera. This wasn't the first time we've had this conversation. Haru has requested I stop punishing myself before. But he's never asked for me to do it because of him before. I'll try. That's more than I've ever promised him before. Really stopping the whole self-punishing thing would mean finding a new job. And honestly, I'm a little afraid to go out there and try. I doubt anyone would want me as an employee. It's not like I have a viable work history for the last 3 years, and I don't really want to repeat the humiliation of the whole failed interview. You know, it's all... Guys, adult advice. You can frame anything to sound like legitimate work credentials. Having them respect that is something that's gonna be hard, that's the thing. Thanks, Ren, I appreciate it. Take care, okay? We'll figure it out when I can come and visit. Okay, keep out of trouble. See you soon. I'm so fucked. Not in a good way. Even a few days later and still haven't figured out a good time for Haru to come and visit me. I'm not really sure if there will ever be a good time, but I miss my younger brother and I really want to see them again. I'm sure I'll figure out something. Eventually. Hopefully. Glancing at the clock and grimaced at the numbers that were glowing harsh in my dark room. 3:42. There's no reason to be awake, but if I go to bed I'll just stare at the ceiling until morning. Can't decide if that's worse than sitting at my computer digging around in the chat room for my Camboy page. At least there's a few guys on tonight. I can at least talk with them. I beat staring at the ceiling while my thoughts spiral out of control. Again. Set my status to online and wait to see what would happen. You're up late, you're up late, Shaggy? Maybe I should be creeped out by that one of the guys responded so quickly, but it seems more on the sweet side, especially considering the client. Dom, though I don't know if that's actually their real name, is a good guy, a regular too. He's been coming to my shows for a long time and has started booking private sessions not too long after. It's just as weird sleeping hours as I do because of his job. Can't sleep. Figured I might as well pop in, and you've seen me up later than this, Dom. Still pretty late though. Sweetheart, you need sleep just as much as we do. Art, again, not sure if that's his real name, is another good guy. Always checks in on me during sessions and has sent me a few presents off my wish lists. He always tips a significant amount as well. All I really know about him is that he's an artist and keeps weird hours because of deadlines. And since he's up, he can't really get on me about not sleeping enough. Says the guy who's been working for how long now? Darkness is a newer patron. A bit on the quiet side. Still seems to be figuring himself out. I know he's younger than me, but I'm not really sure by how much. I'm still getting a feel for him. But he seems nice enough. Our first session was hellishly awkward, but they've gotten better since. I like how they're all just friendly. I'll get some sleep in a bit, but if I'm up, I might as well check in, right? I guess that's fair. It's nice to have company while I'm working. Art, when was the last time you took a break? Betcha he hasn't. Oh, come on, I take breaks. Shift towards snark and lean back in my chair. If all my clients were like these three, life would be so much easier. Might even be able to tell her about what I do for a living. Mostly. Look at your username and tell me you got any sleep in the last 24 hours. Screwed the pooch on that one, didn't you? That's a lie. I plead the fifth I wouldn't be able to tell. Maybe he's hoping dragonflies distracted the dark circles under their eyes. I'm not embarrassed, but if that were the case, I bet darkness has us both beat. That is not what my username means. I still don't want him knowing. Did you fall asleep, Dragonfly? My computer pinged when my name was mentioned. I felt my cheeks heat up. Of course I get caught up, spacing out. A slight prickle of anxiety creep up through my mind, but I squashed it down. No anxiety allowed tonight. There's nothing to be embarrassed about anyway. The guys know that I get caught in my thoughts sometimes. It happens to everyone. I was like, just thinking. Well, what's on your mind? Oh, it makes sense for him to be asking about what I was thinking about. It was an innocent question, one that allowed Dom and them to get to know me better without prying too much. But did I want to tell them about my issues? I don't want to be burdened. I don't want to burden them. Oh, no. Guys, I'm constantly thankful for the people that I met online. They're easier to talk to, ironically. Or, actually, no, it's not even ironic. Sincerely. Harry's the only one I really talk to, and he's hundreds of miles away. I'm so pathetic. A bit of everything. I'm feeling a bit conflicted, I guess. I don't even have friends to turn to. No one talk to. I can ignore it most days. I can ignore how lonely my life is, how empty it feels. But some days it becomes unbearable. It feels like there's a ton of bricks on my chest and I can scarcely get a breath. Some days the isolation just hurts. Oh, Fudge, I don't know if I want to talk about it. I don't want to burden anyone with how I'm feeling, but at the same time, it feels like if I'm holding everything in, that a plane is flying overhead. I'm surprised the mic's not picking it up, but I clench my mouth shut and hold my breath. Everything feels too hot, like I'm burning from the inside out. I can hear Howard's voice in my mind. 5 in, 5 out. And I force my lungs to work that way. Holding my breath will only make me feel worse. I know that, yet I still do it anyway. I like how the face is sincerely crying. It's late, I don't want to bug you guys. Sweetheart, I can't speak for those two, but I care about you. I want to help. Oh, I want to help too if possible. Me too. I felt tears prick up the corner of my eyes and my face get hot. All I do for these guys is take my clothes. I barely do anything for them, yet they want to help me. I don't get it. I really don't. But my younger brother wants to come and visit me. I haven't seen him in near 3 years. I want him to visit, really do, but he doesn't know what my job is. I'm not embarrassed, but I still don't really want him to know. I can handle disappointed looks from my parents, but from my younger brother. I can handle disappointment from parents, but brother, yeah, definitely not. I don't think I could handle that. I think that would shatter what little self-confidence I have. He's your younger brother. I'm sure he'll accept whatever you do for work. He's probably more worried about you being happy. Oh, that was so fast. I'm not afraid of Haru knowing what I do for a living, for the most part. I'm afraid of him knowing how unhappy I've been since I moved away. Not that I was happy at home, but I don't want them to know I'm suffering. He'll worry even more. You can be about what you do for work, right? That is, if you don't want to tell him. He probably just misses you and wants to be sure you're doing okay. More good points, ones that I basically already know. But they said if he really cares about you, he'll accept what you do. I grab onto a chunk of my hair just so I have something to hold on to. I tug at it, a reminder of the here and now. A reminder to not get pulled into thoughts. To not feel so lonely and pathetic that I have to... I hate how this echoes inside me. I hate it. I really am alone, aren't I? 3 years in this city and haven't made a single friend. I've been too afraid to go out there. Dragonfly? Oh no. You guys are right, I'm just getting too caught on my thoughts. Haha. Better and worse. That probably means that I should get some sleep. Maybe sleep will help me forget how empty I feel. I should get to bed. Thanks for everything, guys. I appreciate it. Okay, sweetheart. Get some rest. Sleep well, sugar. Okay, see ya. Hey! Sank into the bed and let myself. I. You know. This is probably the gay experience. Having to find a home where you abandon the one that you had because it never felt like it. Sunlight woke me before my alarm went off. I'd forgotten to close the curtains before crawling into bed. I hate mornings to start with, but being woken up before my alarm clock is a surefire way to get me grumpier than usual. Saturdays were filming days instead of shows or sessions. A shower was needed, as was makeup. Figuring out which outfit I want to use. Outfit determined the makeup. Did I do a poll this month? If I did, score for me, then I don't have to think as much. My patrons will have decided. Might as well check to see if I'm pull up before I get too caught up in everything. Sure enough, there was a poll. Though, what the hell was I thinking when I put the options in? Naughty schoolgirl, lingerie, black leather, sexy librarian. Black leather won by a landslide. Thankfully, I already had plenty to choose from clothing-wise for that choice. And I have ideas. I was about to close out the website when I saw that my inbox had 3 new messages waiting. It's not uncommon for me to get private messages, but they were more sporadic than this, and Saturdays tend to be pretty slow. It's art over sleep, and darkness. Felt like ice had been dropped into my stomach and veins. I couldn't help but shiver and hold on to my arms. Did I do something wrong? Maybe talking about my issues wasn't okay at all. Oh my god, calm down, dude. They're there for your support. Which I need to remind myself. For my own fan base, I opened the most recent one, the one from Domguard's body. Hey, Sugar. Sorry we're having a rough night. It's hard to see you like that. I care, you know? I'm not sure all of what you're going through, but know that I'm here to listen if you ever need it. So if this is a bit presumptuous, but I couldn't sit back and do nothing when it seemed like you're suffering. Like I said, I care. I won't be offended if you don't want to talk. Just know the option's there. Talk to you soon, Sugar. Bomb. How was my Dom voice, guys? Am I Domin? My breath caught my throat, my eyes were watering. How could I have thought that he'd be mad at me? Dom's always been nice. Had he gotten upset when he accidentally made me uncomfortable during a session, he contacted me afterwards to make sure I was really okay. Ugh. Alright, forgive yourself. Next one. Sweetheart, you have me a bit worried. You didn't seem like much yourself last night. Don't stress too much about your brother, okay? He probably just misses you. I know you're a private person, but if you ever want to talk, I'm here. You know I keep weird hours. I don't know if it's overstepping, but you seem kinda sad lately. I'm here to talk if you need it. Dom is bleeding into my voice, sorry. Emmett. He used his real name. Alright, last message. You can do this. I know I haven't known you that long, but you seem kinda down lately. I'm sorry you're going through a rough time. You've been helping me a lot, so I'd like to return the favor. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here. Thanks for helping me so much. Feel better, Leo. I'm not sure if I should do anything about this. Okay, you're wondering if you... I don't know how to tell this to you, my guy, but you're wearing your heart on your sleeve. You've been pretty obvious. Even the thought of typing message now let myself my heart feeling like it's being squeezed. So much for interacting with people over the internet being easier. I'll be honest, yeah, a lot of you have to... It does get rough because you have to plan. Yeah, it is easier, but it's also harder because you have to account for what could be lost over just text messages or voice. I could start a debate or a video about this. Maybe though, maybe. Everything I've done today has the thought of those messages looping behind it. I couldn't stop thinking about them while I was showering, or when I was getting ready for shooting my video, or when I was fiddling with the lighting, or even when I was filming. I hope I don't have to refilm it. I'm still in the outfit from the video just in case. The thoughts that kept coming back were how empty my apartment was, how alone I feel, how I really wish I had someone to talk to, someone that I could lean on even just a little, and that's the only reason that I'm sitting on my computer again. Okay, not the only reason. I need to make sure the video turned out well, check to see if there are any new... I don't need a reminder of how bad I have the schedule at the moment. If I'm honest with myself, I want to try and do better because Haru asked me to stop punishing myself, so I should at least try, even if the thought scares me. It's just a message. I send messages all the time. It isn't that complicated. Just pull it up and send something. Partially opening up to someone, admitting that I need people to talk to, totally not complicated. What have I gotten myself into? But who do I respond to? I should respond to all of them. It's only polite, especially because they're all concerned, but who do I respond to first? Saving just in case. Time to decide. Dom. Maybe it's because it's his first message I read, but responding to Dom seems like a good idea. Maybe it's because I feel safe with him. He always respects me and makes sure I'm doing well. Maybe it's because he's been a patron for so long. He's one of my first. It almost feels like messaging him would be like messaging an old friend. Kind of. This is really calling me out in how terrible I've managed my membership. Not like I have friends. Sending message shouldn't be so complicated. I'm really overcomplicating this. It's not like I'm calling for him or meeting up with him in person. Those things would be nerve-wracking and difficult. But every time I try and type something, it sounds clinical and very not much like me. It sounds more like one of those terrible math worksheets or something out of a text than a message to an acquaintance I know. It's because I'm still trying to hide myself, but... pathetic. This is just a message. Simple. Simple like differential calculus. I really need to stop being overly dramatic. The cursor flashing on the screen was mocking me. I'm not sure how I should sign this. I'm assuming that Dom is his real name, so signing the message with Dragonfly seems like a cop-out. But... giving the real name's a bit more terrifying. I'll be honest. Maybe using my actual name as a pun was a bad move, but at the same time... it felt right. Ren. Wait, go back. Thanks for checking in on me and chatting with me a bit last night. It really does mean a lot. I guess I have been having a rough time. I think I'm just used to it, but I think I'd like to take you up on your offer talk. Seems like it'd be nice. Thanks again, Ren. Almost immediately, panic gripped my chest. It felt like air was being squeezed down my lungs and vision started tunneling in. I held the hand over my mouth and closed. Take it easy. Don't get worked up. Private chat. He's online now. I would have psyched myself out and been even more freaked out. Even knowing that everything would be fine, I'm still having trouble checking the button to accept that chat request. Maybe if I look at it as the first step. Reaching out to someone will help, right? I'm gonna encourage reaching out. It looks different than my chat. Of course it's at the desert. Well, hi, sugar. I'm from the south. Blanche Devereaux. The user created it, set the theme. Warmer colors than I'd ever choose, and a nice, easy-to-read font, yet the font still managed to be stylish. Did they really just analyze font and colors? Ugh, that bodes well for talking to someone. Hello, my name's Ren, and I have in-depth discussion for myself and how nice fonts are. That'll go great. Didn't think you'd respond so soon. Are you feeling any better than last night? I know I'm smiling, and for some reason I want to cover my mouth to hide it. Even when I'm alone, I'm still hiding myself. It's not like Dom can see me when I don't have video on. There's no reason to hide. Hey, I guess I feel about the same as I usually do. I guess that says a good amount of how I feel most days, but Dom wouldn't really know that. How are you doing? I'm doing just fine. Worked last night and had 2 night off. I mean, I worked the next 6 days in a row, but I'm happy to have a night off. It's really nice to have a day off. That sounded a little resentful, didn't it? Or ungrateful. I should feel lucky that I managed to make some sort of living while working at home. Especially with how nervous people make me. Working food service would probably kill. I can agree with you there. I mean, I'm not complaining, I just don't get days off, which is entirely my choosing, but whatever. It's not like my bills pay themselves. You really are a hard worker. Don't forget to take time for yourself, okay? Nothing wrong with taking Yeah, I would love that advice. But... fuck. barely anyone watches me anymore, you know? And, you know, um, this doesn't pay as much as it used to, or as much as it should, or I hoped for. I'm sorry, I'm just being ungrateful. I am grateful for the opportunity. I manage better than most people who attempt this, so I have no room to complain, really. I'm just I feel called out. I feel called out. This game is calling me out. I'll try to. This feels awkward. I'm probably just imagining it, or rather, I'm being awkward. Dom is being sociable and friendly as usual. I really do suck at this, and I've only gotten worse at it since graduating. School forced me to interact with people on a daily basis. Not like that where I only go out when I'm in danger of starving because my pantry's that empty, because I need to get some sort of thing that I can't buy online. You know, like when I need to try on an outfit or something. I'll try to. Sorry if I'm being awkward. I'm not very good at talking to people. I know that I don't need to apologize for how I'm acting, but I still feel like I have to. I know it's natural to be a bit stiff with someone when you're just getting to know them. I might back a laugh. Stiff. I'm clearly very mature. Hey, don't worry about it, sweetheart. You're not being awkward. I'm just flattered that you actually want to talk to little old me. I can tell that voice from a mile away. It's Blanche Devereaux. Why don't you practice talking to people with me? You know I don't bite unless you want it. At the thought of Dom biting. I'm usually better when I'm talking online, but I've been really anxious lately. The feeling of the world crushing in around me returns tenfold. Oh my shit. Only then realize I've been holding my breath since I sent the message. I take a deep heaving breath and try to calm myself at least a little. It's hard though, I don't want people knowing how anxious I get. It's bad enough that Haru knows. I really don't like the idea of him worrying about me. I really don't like the idea of my clients knowing how fucked up I am. Oh honey, you don't need to be anxious with me. That's a lot of text. Dom has always been 100% about my comfort during our sessions. I don't always know if... Okay, I'm being reminded of something. Slideshow presentations usually hit 4 to 8 lines. And doesn't go VY. I'm sorry, it's just that I remember my professor. That's probably just one minor thing. I'm just being a dick, aren't I? I'm being a dick about this. Sorry, it's just that after seeing this guy, he's reflecting about my actual life, and I'm relating a little too much. I can't stop twinkling now. Sorry, I was reading one of my background hijinks. Hold on, going back. Let's focus on the game. All right. He has a green, yellow, red system. But sometimes I feel bad using them. I know that's counterproductive, but my clients are paying for my services, so I feel obligated to do things sometimes. I had to call Red during a session with Dom once with something he really wanted to try, hollering me. I'd never really considered something like that before, so I figured why not give it a shot. Freaked me out pretty hard and got to be too much too fast. But instead of being upset, he apologized, like he was the one who messed up. It takes a second for me to realize that I've been silent for a bit longer than I should be. And that I really should respond, but I don't know what to say. Maybe? What are you writing down? Yeah, that seems good. I know you're always looking out for me. I sent a message before I can second guess myself. Hey, do you mind if we make this voice chat? That'd be nice. This question feels out of blue and it takes me a moment to actually make sure that I didn't start hallucinating or something. Nope, still sitting on my screen, staring at me like it's innocuous when in reality it makes me feel like I'm drowning. I'd really like to make a voice chat, but it scares me too. I know he won't judge me if I say no, but maybe... You've reached the end of the demo. Oh, gosh. Please follow Code Phantasm on Tumblr or Twitter to get updates on the full release. I should look them up. I should hit them up. I don't know if they're still together, but it's worth looking into. This was fun, and I hate that it echoes a lot about me, so I kind of want to play it to the end. In a sense, I'm not that different. I'm really not that different. It really echoes a lot more about me than I'd like to admit. So, Code Phantasm, thank you for hitting the nail on the head and calling me out. I feel vilified. It's a really good game. I don't know what happened to the project. I'd have to look into it. But if there is a full version, I'd love to pay for it. I'd love to buy it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm gonna self-reflect for a bit. Bye for now. Now, before we end, let's give huge thanks to Sebastian, Jen Van S, David S. Edwards IV, Louis John, CC Anthony, Darius Tan, Jeremy Shaw, Victor H. Dominic Ruiz, Rashid Watson, William Johnson, Sean Thomas, Stephen, Sam Omar, David Virtue, Ryder Evans, Yo-Yo Dre, Jerry52, Russell, Philip, Elizana, and everyone at the Sweet Sampler at the lower tiers. Thank you so much for your continued support. Without them and without you guys, I would not be here. So thank you so much. And we're gonna try wrapping up this year with this big bang. All right.